Hi, I'm Wendy from Zig's Crochet and welcome to Mosaic Bookcase, the extended version. Pattern includes the original 9 charts plus over 25 new charts to give you so many more options of how you stack your shelves. The first section contains all of the how-to information, followed by the charts, the written instructions, and then finishes with working in the round. You'll need at least 3 contrasting colours. Colour A is the background colour, colour B makes up the books, and the third colour is for the shelves and the double border. For the original bookcase, I used a DK weight yarn with a 4mm hook. Now, you can use any yarn weight that you like with the corresponding hook size, but the yarn quantities will change. I also used a DK weight yarn or 8 ply for the example extended version project. Now, the yarn quantities did change. I used more of the background colour colour A than I did of colour B. But if you add colour A and colour B kind of totals together, it still comes out to about just under the 2,200 meters. So depending on what charts you choose and how you stack your shelves will depend on the quantity of yarn that you need. The throw measures just over 1 metre wide and 135 centimetres high and is made up of 4 charts wide for each of the shelves, and I chose to do 6 shelves. You can increase the size of the blanket by just simply adding another chart to the width or adding another shelf. This is where it starts to get fun. Now, you really can arrange the books on your shelves in any order that you want. For the original bookcase, for the bottom shelf, I used charts 1, 2, 3, and 4, then completed 3 rows of single crochet. And then for the second shelf, I completed charts 5, 6, 7, and 8, 3 rows of single crochet for the actual shelf. And the third shelf, I completed charts 9 and then started again with charts 1, 2, 3. And I continued on to do that until I'd finished my 6 shelves. There's always so much more that ends up in bookcases besides just books. So in the extended version charts, I've tried to include some of those curiosities. So you can really personalize how you want your bookcase to look. In this version, which I made for my sister, it's full of all of the things that she loves. Many of the charts now have a reversed option. So while you're planning your layout, if you're thinking, no, I don't want the books leaning in that direction, just use the reversed chart and away you go. If you're wanting to add a book title, then there's 2 alphabets provided. One where the letters are standing vertical and the other when the alphabet is laying horizontal. In this vertical version, the individual letters fit into the space that has the thicker black line at the bottom of each of these books, and then you can arrange any of the letters in any order that you want. If there's more than a 5-letter word, then you can simply just use 2 of these charts next to each other. The vertical alphabet can also be used in the 2 templates that are provided where the books are laying horizontal. And again, it's a matter of choosing your individual letters and slotting them into the area that is highlighted with the thicker black line. Keep the book title centered. Different templates are provided depending on how many letters you have in your title. The second alphabet provided is where the letters are laying horizontal and they fit again into the area that is outlined with a thicker black line. If you're feeling really adventurous and want to create your own design, there's a template provided. I've pre-filled the information that can't change, and this will make sure that the charts that sit either side of it all line up. But basically, just go for it, have fun. The work of the fabulous testers is also included in the pattern. You can see in this version completed by Marg that she really went to town. There's a mixture of the charts. She's designed some herself. She's moved them all around and it looks fabulous. Once you've decided on your layout, it's time to get started. So in this example, we're making it 4 charts wide. So using colour A, chain 163 stitches, then add an extra chain so you can start working the second chain from the hook. You'll always have 163 stitches on each and every row. Now each row is made up of one border stitch, and then the first chart, which is the 40 stitches between the red lines, the second chart, which is the 40 stitches between the red lines, the third chart, which is the 40 stitches between the red lines, and then the final chart, in this case it's the fourth chart, is 41 stitches. So you include the 40 stitches between the red line and that single stitch after the red line, and then you finish it off with a border stitch, and that adds up to 163. Also included in the pattern is the stitch count and row composition for different size projects depending on how many charts wide your project is. In the example throws, the shelves are made up of 3 rows of single crochet. If you wanted a thicker shelf, you can always do 4 or 5 rows of singles. I've also seen them done in half double crochets and that looks fantastic. In the examples, I went through the back loop only, but if you want to go through both loops, then, just play around, have a look at what works best for you. It's also worth noting in the last row of your project, so after you've completed your 31 rows of the charts, complete an extra row of single crochets. This just makes it easier for the slip stitch round for the double border, and it just gives you that little bit extra colour between the books and the border. The final section of the pattern includes working in the round. Working in the round allows you to make a cushion or a bag or cover for your tablet or laptop. Again, you'll need at least 2 contrasting colours, colour A for the background and colour B for the books. Again, I used a DK 8-ply yarn weight with a 4mm. Cushion measures 50 centimetres squared and is 4 charts wide and 3 repeats high. You'll notice that there's not a third colour. I swapped colour A and colour B around for the middle shelf, which eliminated the need for that third colour. Charts for working in the round are a little bit different. They're a little bit shorter, which makes making a smaller project easier. It also excludes the border stitch at either end of the row, and there's no need for that additional stitch, the 41 stitches as you have in the throw. I absolutely love seeing completed projects of people's bookcase and their interpretation of it. So please join us over on Facebook at Zig's Crochet Mosaic Whip and Watch and show us your project. Or if you have any questions, there's an amazing group there that can help answer anything. And you look for inspirations, and I can't wait to see you there.